Hello, my name is Jude Desinor, and welcome to my presentation on my thesis project titled Dreams, the Ultimate AI. So going into this, you're probably wondering, okay, I understand the AI element, but why dreams? Why bring any of that into this? Well, it's quite personal for me, as ever since I was younger, I've always been fascinated with the idea of dreams and the deeper meanings behind them, whether it's hearing from dreams and stories, accounts from my friends, family, or whether it's my own experience with dreams. I've always been fascinated with their deeper meanings and how I can learn, live, and move from them. So pretty much the big idea of this experience and exhibition is that I would like to bring visitors face to face with the subconscious and the idea of the dream form uh, in forms of curated stage design, light, and color projections, as well as using technology such as AI and virtual reality. So this is my thesis statement, and to wrap it up in a nutshell, I aim to navigate the visitor through dream experiences to learn what makes dreams tools for self-improvement and to understand the overall view of the world. So going into the goals, the project goals, I would like to promote the business of the venue as well as the sponsors and any of their advanced technology in a way to inspire the next generation. For education goals, I would like to teach visitors about the subject, which is dreams and its influence on our lives. And for experience goals, at the end of the day, is to promote and provide an entertaining and enriching art experience for visitors of all kinds. And with this experience, it would be filled with fantastical worlds and mind-blowing journeys that will leave visitors ecstatic and running to tell others. So for the audience, the primary audience, it will be the Gen Z population. So that will be folks from early teens, preteens, up into their early 20s. So think of the 12, 13 to 21, 22, 23 range. A secondary target will be young adults and those with a general interest in the topic of dreams. And then the tertiary target will be the remaining general population, or folks just looking for something to do. All right, going into the venue, I would like to host this at St. Anne's Warehouse. It is a performing arts institution. Was a warehouse that was converted into a performing arts center, and it's located in Dumbo in Brooklyn, New York. All right, here are just some key site photos just to get an overall look and feel of the site and what to experience. All right, going into the main client for this exhibit, my client will be Meta, in this case, Meta AI. Meta AI is the artificial intelligence division of Meta, which is formerly known as Facebook. And they're pretty much dedicated to advancing the field of AI through various research and innovation. And their key mission is to build intelligent systems that can understand and learn, and so that humans can interact with in a natural and meaningful way. And their vision is to push the boundaries of AI and innovation, and is driven by the belief that everyone should have equal access to information and opportunities. So going further into the key components of Meta AI, these are certain things I'd like to promote in the experience that mimics what Meta is trying to do. Starting with the natural language processing, or NLP, computer vision, robotics, and machine learning. All right, so here we're going into the concept diagram, overall experience diagram for what I would like to implement in terms of the activities and the content in this exhibit. So starting off as an introductory will be what I'm titling Our Connecting Subconscious. From there, we're going into Dreams Are the New Cinema, Ultimate Control, Dreams in a Physical Space, Roadblocks, How Dreams Get in Our Own Way, Real Studies, Science and Spirituality, and then ending with How the Next Generation Will Dream Our Future. All right, and added to that will be the emotion journey. This is to sort of highlight the key emotions that visitors will be feeling throughout the exhibit, and I'm dividing that up into 3 parts. So the first part, which will be connection and nostalgia, deals with the subconscious. Part 2, control and wonder, deals with the conscious. And part 3, starting with tension, which then will turn into introspection and optimism. This is the reflection or reflect period. All right, this is the overall look of the space and how I'll be dividing up the activities, the content. You'll see the entrance on the far right, and as you make your way through and around the space, you have these different activities, short entitled of the content diagram, which will be the titles of the activities, and then make your way around and to the exit on the left. All right, so now we're going into the walkthrough of the exhibit, starting with what visitors see as they go into the space. This is the exhibit welcome area. So here you would see the welcome area and a ticket booth for folks looking to get more information about the exhibit, to purchase tickets, to get started with the accessory app under Meta, which you would then use to create your Meta avatar or digital dream avatar, your companion that will assist you throughout the space. So yeah, from there you will walk down this hallway. You see the long hallway where you can see more graphic information about the brand, about the client, which is Meta, and the platform, in this case, Meta Horizon, which would be used to bring yourself into the VR virtual world, which you would use to highlight the subject of dreams. So you continue down this path into the space, and then here you would learn more about Meta Horizon and more steps to create, more time to create your Meta avatar and make the best of your visit. All right, speaking of the avatar, I'd like to introduce you to what I'm calling the Meta Dream avatar family. Assets under Meta, these are the sort of characters of the dream world, dream avatar space, and these will sort of act as virtual docents that will assist you throughout the many different experiences in the exhibition, as well as mimic the character or avatar that you will create on your own that will also guide you through the experience. So yeah, as you make your way into the exhibit space, this would be the sort of introduction, the exhibit introduction of the experience. So here you would see the sort of entryway of the exhibit with the exhibit poster, and you would explore the area, sort of connect with those also going into the space, friends, family, that sort. And you would learn about the Meta avatar family, and then this would be the sort of last step in creating the avatar before fully going into the space, which will be the dream state. And here is just a little storyboard showing the process of creating the Meta Dream avatar using the app. And then going right into the space, this is titled Entering the Dream State. So here you would see this interactive, this projection wall where before going in you would upload your dream avatar that you create, and then once it's uploaded into the wall, it sort of materializes in this version of the dream avatar that is pixelated, various colors. It'll show up on the wall, and then as you move throughout the space in front of the wall, you will see this character that you create sort of mimic your movements and move around with you to sort of show you going into the dream state, and then how the character that you create in its form will move, and you'll be able to experience that. So you would experience yourself as a dream character and avatar courtesy of Meta. All right, next, fully going into the experience. First step of the concept diagram that I showed earlier, connecting subconscious. Here in this experience, you see these long, 4 long tunnels. Each will have its own video experience, distinct environment, You would read the description of these 4 tunnels before going in. You would choose which world you would decide to go through, and then you would, as you go, make your way down these tunnels with these different experiences. You would basically experience firsthand and see these elements that I'm using in videos, which will depict the subconscious or the dream vision in the most abstract form. So here I'm describing as basically a dream that hasn't fully formed, sort of what a dream would look like in its most basic form. So a lot of the visuals and experiences that you would see will be very, very abstract. And this sort of art style will sort of a way to connect with people, and that this is what you experience before dreams are fully formed. And in the top right, you'll see a sort of diagram of what the overall experience structure would look like. All right, from then you would go to what I'm titling the new cinema. This sort of brings what we experience and interact with in the real world and takes that into the dream world. So it takes a lot of reference points based on various forms of media, whether it's film, TV, books, things of that nature, sort of some things that we all understand, and carries that over into what we see in dreams. So here you would see an area of several interactive screens, each with their own headphones for listening. And as you approach the digital screens, you would on the screen you would have to select different objects, each a prop or artifact from a well-known film and media. As you select the object, what then follows is a short video clip of the backdrop or scene from that film or media, and a sort of clip of the famous scene. And then as you're watching the scene, you have information pop up that tells you the significance of the artifact or the prop, its relation to the scene, and how it affects or how it relates to what you can experience in a dream, and the various meanings and symbolism associated with that object. And then sort of find a connection between its meaning in the scene and how and what it would mean for you if you were to dream that scene or object. And then what follows that will be pulled from your avatar, a sort of AI visual combination of your character in its avatar form, the object, and the setting from the media. Sort of creates a sort of still image of all those things to sort of show what a dream you would have relating to the object or artifact would look like, and you being a part of that scene in the avatar, meta avatar form. So through this you would experience nostalgia through your favorite scenes, and learn about how pop culture and experiences that you go through in the world can influence what you experience in your dreams. And then in the top right, you would see sort of a still, or what that experience would look like of seeing this interactive. All right, from then you're going into what I'm titling the ultimate control. This sort of dives into the concept of lucid dreaming, and how you can control what goes on in a dream, and thus control more so of your reality outside of the dream. So this would be an enclosed multisensory space with accessible control panel in the center, which you would use to control the various senses, such as sound, sight, visuals, and scent. So in this experience, you have this round structure, cylindrical structure, the walls of which will be sort of tactile, textured wall, where you can experience different versions of touch, texture of that. And in the control panel, you could actually change what's projected onto the walls. So the textures will not change, but you can change what's projected onto them, sort of manipulate what you see, what visitors will see in this space. and then as well as other senses, other buttons to activate different sounds, scents, more visuals, and sort of give you control and a way to manipulate the space, mimicking the ability to control in a dream, which is what lucid dreaming is. So in this, you would experience many forms and sensory, as well as question what senses can truly be experienced in dreams, and then as well as have some information about lucid dreaming and how to reach that state and have full control. So in the top right, you would see the look of the structure of the space, and then the bottom right, you see the diagram of the control panel that would be in the center, which visitors will go in and control. So it sort of gives anyone that enters the space access to control and manipulate the space. So this experience I'm titling Dream Illusion. This is also around structure, and this concept deals with the idea of experiencing dreams that are not quite fully understandable, sort of different iterations of the same dream happening at once, creating this sort of weird effect or to mimic an illusion. So in this would be, again, around space with looping AI video. So in the walls of this space will be a video projection, a loop of different videos of different dream environments that will be interpreted by local artists, their idea of a dream, they will be using AI to sort of depict their version of a dream, different videos of that environment. And in the center of this space will be this sort of mirrored wall art installation, which will reflect what's visually shown on the walls. And the interesting thing about this mirrored art structure is that the different angles of the mirrored walls will sort of create this mirror maze, mirror illusion effect, where visitors that are entering will see not only a reflection of themselves, but also the walls that will have this video projection, sort of creating this weird maze-like video environment. So you would see yourself and the environment sort of putting you in this mirrored dream that's an illusion. So as you walk around, you experience the optical illusion of the video and the reflections, as well as yourself being brought into this dream illusion. So in that, you'll see, in this slide, you'll see in the top right, sort of diagram of the mirrored structure and how visitors will interact with it. And then the bottom right shows the overall look of the structure for this room, this experience. All right, so in this experience, we start to go to a more tense, more darker, maybe traumatic side experience. This is titled Roadblock. This is an area, hallway. Once you go in, you see it's dimly lit, a little bit darker, and you see visitors will see this long panel that has a video on both sides. So the idea is you walk around this structure, this panel, and the first side that you walk past, the introduction, you will see various video looping or going through different images that are meant to represent darker subjects in dreams, more traumatic moments, things a little bit more darker. And then as you make your way around the space, you will see this sort of the same initial image becoming something else. So it's sort of a reveal of a truth of the idea of that maybe something that you dream that's a little bit more negative, more traumatic, actually has a deeper meaning, something that you could maybe turn to something positive, a deeper meaning behind that, something that you can learn from, whether it's learn more about yourself or a certain action or something you can do moving forward that will improve yourself in your life, experiencing the world. So you would walk alongside the panel wall, noting different videos of the darker subjects, darker narratives, and then as you walk to the other side, you will see that same image revealing a different truth. And again, this is to see initial negative aspects turning into something true, and have a deeper explanation behind them. One thing to note is that throughout several experiences in this exhibit, the idea that of the dream meta avatar that you create will follow you throughout certain experiences, sort of as a guide. And this experience definitely touches on that. This is titled Real Studies. For this experience, it's sort of a way to go back to the foundation of AI, in that it's a way we enter information in the form of prompts to get back information, data in the form of images or text or that. So for this experience, we have a space with individual computer stations with screens that sort of bring your meta avatar back to life as a way to guide you through the experience as an AI assistant. So for this experience, you would go to the computer station that has your personalized meta avatar, and as you approach the station, you either using the screen, the touch screen, or your app, you would be given instruction to describe your dream or a dream that you wanted an explanation of or meaning behind. So you'd enter that, and then the AI will process and give you back information in the form of an interpretation. So this basically, in a nutshell, is an AI dream interpreting experience. You would learn the many possible key concepts and meanings behind your dreams, as well as learn a bit more about your own mind, your own subconscious, and how to take what you've learned from that and move forward in a way better, self-improving yourself, and as a way to navigate your own experience moving through the world. And then this last experience, titled Dream the Future, this is a VR/AR experience that takes bits and pieces from every other experience, every other content, and sort of brings it all together in this final experience. So in this semi-enclosed area, you have the option to be seated or to be wandering in the center of the space, this sort of virtual reality playground where you have these meta headsets, meta quests provided by the client in the exhibit. You would put on these headsets and you'll be brought into the VR dream world. So the idea is the headset that has the VR that brings you to the world, and then the AR elements are what allows you to experience different AR objects, also a way to bring a sort of spatial awareness so that folks wandering in the center playground are not bumping into each other, so you're able to see where other visitors are in the space. And the idea is when you're putting on these headsets, you're exploring these vast dream worlds, sort of an ending experience that brings you into the dream world. And the visuals, the world that's provided to you from these headsets will again be worlds, art, designs that are designed by local artists using VR, AI technology, sort of grouping all these different technologies together as a final experience. And in this, you will explore the vast worlds that are dreams, either designed by local artists using AI, and experience it all using the latest meta products. And you'll see in the top right corner is a sort of viewfinder, a look of the person wearing the headsets, their POV, and what they would experience for this activity. All right, and going into general graphic elements, this is a sort of reference and look and feel of the sort of thinking ideas that I had going into designing this exhibit. Sort of wanted to focus on images and ideas that reflected technology, AI, whether it's the text, the sort of code language, the idea of bringing some conscious words, different content. You have images that have this sort of pixelation, sort of my iteration or language of showing the avatar, the self being brought into a dream, sort of pixelation, and then with that also various rich colors, different shades, a large spectrum of colors to sort of illustrate the rich colors and imagery of being in a dream experience. You'll also see the sort of line work, grid line pattern, also mimicking the design and the structure of the structures of different experiences in my exhibit. And again, this coding language, this technological imagery, sort of also equating to the idea of these advanced technologies that will be used in the experience. And then again, adding to that sort of graphic look and feel, these visual motifs, color palette, even the typography that I'm using is a sort of computer look and feel. The pixelation sort of mimic like video game graphics, the idea of being into this new world. And again, the grid line, the sort of sturdy structure, and the code. Now this is the collateral that will be used. Of course, since Meta is a big sponsor, big client, you have the option to purchase the Meta Quest or the Meta headsets for your own VR experiences, as well as the option to have these phone cases with the design of the exhibit. And this will be the dream poster. This will be, yes, the poster of the exhibit. And then this is the various application of the poster in form of advertising. So whether it's a billboard, bus stop, or sticker. And then just sort of going back into the space, I wanted to show these murals that will be throughout the space. Will be 3 versions of murals. This one is the initial one that shows the branding of Meta and its platform, Meta Horizon. Then you have a mural depicting the avatars, the Meta Dream family, and sort of a way to also remind visitors of their own avatars that they will be creating. And then you have this final mural that shows the overall look of the platform, which will be Meta Horizon, sort of VR environment provided by Meta. And then some digital key takeaways. Since Meta is the client, we already know about a lot of the platforms under the Meta umbrella. You have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, MetaQuest, which is the products that bring you to VR. But what's also added is Meta Horizon Worlds and Meta Horizon Workrooms. So these are the 2 platforms that really go into the VR and what visitors will be using to enter these VR worlds and spaces. And then with that, you have the VR, you have the Meta avatars, the Dream family, which again acts as the virtual docents throughout the space, as well as the avatars that you also create. And then from there, you have this sort of social media, the social element, where you could use these avatars to send images through text messaging. You can send stickers of the avatars that you create. You can send emojis, sort of stills and visuals from your experience using that used AI as a way to sort of communicate with those that you either met in the experience, or you can use to show off to your friends and have them wishing that they also experience this exhibit. And that concludes my presentation, Dreams the Ultimate AI. Thank you.